Welcome to Real People, Real Voices. I'm your host, James Jackson.
I'm your co-host, Pastor Wayne Moore.
Always a pleasure to host with you.
Man, it is, and I'm happy to be here in this new year, and we're going to keep praying that it gets better.
Yeah, we need to do that, and it has gotten better for the show. At least we got some new sponsors.
And I'm going to give the newest sponsor the lead-in to our sponsor list. Timeco and Associates, real estate company. Tomiko. Yeah, thank you. Tomiko. I want to get it right. We're happy to have her, and we wish her business well here on Real People, Real Voices. Lee Cossell and Crawley is with us. Fervent Care Christian Academy, Marion County Public Health Department, Owls Modern Clothing and Shoes, Martin University. Thank you for the job you're doing in the community. His Place Eatery. Remember, good hot catfish on Fridays. Not only that, Northside Window and Gutters are right here to help you with your cleaning of outdoors, chores. They can help you get it done right here. And you heard it right here on Real People, Real Voices.
Absolutely, Dr. Moore. And what a wonderful cadre of sponsors that God has given us.
Yes.
So much of a blessing. And we want to encourage you to go to our YouTube, WHMB TV 40. You can watch this show when it's over, as well as some shows that you might have missed. And don't forget to like us
on Facebook. We're there hanging around, waiting for you to tap into.
And we appreciate the message you send to us, the emails. We thank you all so much. We've got a great show lined up for you today. Rodney Stepp's going to be joining us.
Yes, Rodney Stepp is going to be talking about C19 experience, and we're going to help him promote that right here on Real People, Real Voices.
So stay with us. We'll be back after these messages. Welcome to Real People, Real Voices. I'm your host, James Jackson.
I'm your co-host, Pastor Wayne Moore.
And we're joined today by Mr. Rodney Stepp, Chief Creative Officer for Stepp Music Productions.
Yes, Indies Maestro. That's what I call it. Indies Maestro. Been at it a long time, man. We're happy to have you.
Yeah, we're happy to have you. How are you today?
Thank you. I am blessed, Pastor. I'm doing real well. Thank you.
And we're glad to hear that. And kind of tell us how this all came about.
Well, as far as the COVID thing, it was just it's been a long journey. I'll put it like that. I was, as you know, I was one of the first to contract the COVID virus and intubated for 14 days. And they weren't expecting me to make it, but here I am. God had a different plan.
Well, we praise God for that.
Yeah, I tell you, man, I kind of followed you along the way and seen some of the transitions that you made, and to see you sitting there today, still dealing with some of the residue of it. It's good to see you sitting upright instead of laying in ICU.
Oh, most definitely. That wasn't a pretty picture.
No, it was not a pretty picture. And I mean, and what's so good about it, I think you found out that the city has, not only did they show you love, but you found out that this city loves you. And that's why we're here today, to continue the extension of love. Tell us what you got going on.
Well, there are quite a few things right now, Pastor, just trying to get my life somewhat back together in a lot of different ways. But one of the biggest things and initiatives that I am working on right now is called the C19 Experience. Of course, C standing for COVID, but I just don't like using that word. That word for me is almost like the devil, so I don't say COVID, I call it C. And, but one of my initiatives, when I was in the hospital, man, the staff, the nurses, the doctors, the techs, everyone became my family. And watching what they were going through on a daily basis, taking care of so many patients and all of the deaths and the illnesses and everything, it kind of became dear to my heart. And I am launching an initiative called the C19 Experience, launching it on February the 1st with a GoFundMe project. We'll be doing everything from music, videos, for healing and just hope, blessings, and everything else. But one of the main things is to also give back to our caregivers, our first responders, and take care of them with gift cards or lunches or just nothing really major, but enough to show them that we do appreciate them, and I definitely do.
And this project, when is it scheduled to happen?
Well, we're going to launch starting on February the 1st, and hopefully it's just going to be ongoing. But the video portion of it and the documentary, which we have been blessed, it's not something I don't think we can talk about yet right now, but we have been blessed with WHMB 40 and you guys to possibly be able to put a documentary together and a couple other things. So it's going to probably go on into spring and summer. Well, and then hopefully we'll end with a big, whenever this COVID thing is over, we'd like to do a big concert with Men in the Fire at Olivet. It's something that Pastor and I have talked about earlier in the year. And so, everything is a work in progress, but with the support of the community and with everything you guys and everyone else is giving and doing for us, I think it's going to be a monumental and great thing.
You mentioned something about the documentary aspect of it with Channel 40. They are good people to work with. I think Brother Jackson and I can attest to that.
Yes.
And I think whatever you need, they're going to make it happen. So let's walk by faith and not by sight.
All right.
Let's get this done.
Yes, sir.
Because your testimony can reach a lot of people. And that's what it's really all about. Rodney, what is your goal? You say it's ongoing. You have a sunrise, but we need to know where the sun's going to set on it.
Well, initially, and I'll just put it out there, we've set a fundraising goal at $50,000 for sponsorships. We're hoping to get a lot of corporations and everybody involved with this because we'd like to do some monumental things. And then, of course, as you well know, putting together a video project and the documentary and all of that behind all of this is going to be a little costly. So, but that's our initial goal. And then, we will just continue to kind of go from there because we don't know, again, how long this COVID virus is going to be in effect. But I think we have figured out we're going to be well into 2022 with this, I'm sure.
Well, you talk about that, and certainly we're all praying that God would continue to help us as we survive this. And of course, these are all different kinds of variants they say might be coming out. But as you go forward with your business, and certainly are there other businesses like yours in Indiana, one of the things you're concerned about is the opportunities for minorities to be able to get with local government, kind of like what construction companies and trucking companies do. And what is your concern about the lack of opportunities for businesses perhaps like yours?
Well, as a lot of people know, in 1991, I started a business called Brook Street Music and our neighborhood, named it after the neighborhood, after the street I grew up on. In Brook Street, we did a lot of commercials, jingles, audio, visual. We were very successful for about maybe 10 or 12 years in our initial, when we first, entered into that particular business. Things started falling down after 9/11, and I know a lot of Black entrepreneurs and business owners felt that that pressure, so to speak. It just seemed like a lot of companies stopped with their affirmative action programs, and their diversity managers just, I'm just gonna put it out there. They just had a job. They really wasn't, putting things together. The old school, the William Crawfords, the Glenn Howards, the Andrew J. Browns, they, Addison Simpson, Governor O'Bannon, those people really helped us when we were first coming along. Um, I'm praying that with our comeback, I closed the company after 25 years in 2016. Well, God gave it to me about 3 Saturdays ago that it was time for me to make a comeback, so to speak. And to come back with the commercials, the jingles, the audio visual. I'm prayerful that, that even some of our former clients, Indiana Pacers, Eli Lilly, Delta Faucet, Hardee's, we had some pretty major corporate clients back in the day that we did a lot of work for. And I just don't see and feel the support that and the love that we used to have. And I'm hoping we can bring it all back.
All right, Rodney, we're looking forward to hearing more about what you're doing. We got to take a quick break. We'll be back with more from Rodney Stepp after this. Welcome back to Real People, Real Voices, and we're joined by Mr. Rodney Stepp, and we're just excited about your recovery and all the things that you are doing. During the break, you were talking about more opportunities for businesses like yours and your big comeback. Part of, as we understand it, what you're going to be doing is providing opportunities for youth. Can you speak more about that?
Well, yes, as far as the comeback, as far as providing opportunity for youth and things like that, we have always been in a youth movement at Brook Street Music and Rodney Stepp Music Productions. One of the things, and I think that most people know that music not only soothes a savage beat, but music is everywhere. I don't care where you go, what you do, there's music everywhere. It's always in your life. And as far as the youth is concerned, I think there should be more programs to not only give music education to a lot of these gifted youths, or not only just the gifted ones. There's some that probably we don't know what they could possibly do. I think that we'd have to get programs involved with churches and with boys clubs and places like that to really get the community involved and do something for the arts. And it's not just music. I mean, I've been running into kids that are like that have been phenomenal with art. I mean, actually drawing. Even my own daughter, I had no idea she had the artistic skills that she did. And I used one of her portraits of me that she gave me for Father's Day for my last single called C19. A smooth jazz single, and so I mean, I'm really an advocate about getting the youth involved, active, off the streets, the whole 9 yards. Keep them busy, keep them out of trouble, and then we can keep them out of these jails too.
I agree with you on that one, Rodney. I think Brother Jackson and I, we're in the field of social justice as pastors as well. And we run across a lot of young people who, because of some other issues, underlying issues, have made bad decisions. And some of them are very talented, very talented. They just haven't had the right encouragement or push to go in that particular direction. And mentioning that, I think you need to reconsider your goal now. If it's 50,000, I think you need to try to do 75,000 if you're going to help some young people. You got to remember that Indianapolis is a giving city, and I think James Jackson and I have learned that. Am I right, James?
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
And I think you need to put up to about 75,000 and just work it till you get where you need to be. And at the same time, with the documentary that is online, those kind of things will help push that in the right direction. And we're going to hope that our group that we represent will eventually come together and do something to help with that particular situation as well. But if we're going to do those type of things, that will give you the incentive to continue to work on your health and strength, because it's not only about you now, it's about others. And that's what the Lord really appreciates, when we can consider others, even in our own infirmities.
That's true. Yeah. So true.
Yeah. We're very proud of the work that you're doing. One of the things we understand that you want to do is to connect minority business owners of franchises around town to produce jingles for them and commercials and AV production. How are your prices going to differ from a lot of other folks out here that's doing the same thing?
Well, we have always been, the grassroots type company. Even when we were working for the majority companies, when we were getting a lot of lottery commercials and things like that. And again, I'm just going to put it out there because it's real. To give you an example, the lottery always used to give us the ethnic commercials, so we got the ones that were aired in Fort Wayne, Gary, near Louisville, on WTLC in Indianapolis. Well, they would have a budget of $3,500 to $6,000 per commercial, right? And I mean, this was with us doing all the creative and everything. But the majority, and some of my competitors or partners in music, they would get the $25,000, $35,000, $50,000 commercials, which we never saw, which we could have done any of that kind of work. It's just that, how it is, they pigeonhole you and put you into an ethnic group. And so one of the things that I want to do, not only for the Black and targeting Black businesses that would need commercials or AV presence to help brand their business, we will work some fantastic deals for them. And then as far as the other companies, I mean, just treat us fair, treat us the same way that you treat our other majority competitors, and just don't try to nickel and dime us all the time on this comeback. If you remember the Indianapolis Recorder, that was us. If you remember, just a lot of the George McGinnis lottery commercials, Just Ask George, all of those things. There's a lot of those commercials. People didn't even realize that we were the ones that were doing them. The Indiana State Police, we had a real nice run. And the thing is, it's like, it's time. I think with the new political climate and the things that are going on in our city and other places, God he just gave it to me and said, it's time. So the comeback is on.
You know what, though, Rodney, I've been around you for a long time, so I know what you've been up to and what you've been doing and the quality of work that you do. And you said something that really stuck with me, and that is the old guard that would make sure that economic development was there for our communities. And it's hard to see and feel that today. I don't know. It's hard to see and feel that today because people don't understand that equality is important in the business realm. And I'm hoping, based on some of the things I'm hearing nationally, that equality will flow to Indiana and give you the opportunity to come back in a way to where you can push your dreams to help young people, to help minority businesses to do those type of things. That's my prayer for you, because it is needed. But we still need those who can help push those things in the community,
Yes.
and that's important. We don't have those who would push that like they used to. You hear a lot of people talk about, well, Crawford this, Crawford that, Brown this, Brown that. But did you learn how to push like they did? Did you learn how to get involved like they did for Black and brown people in their own communities? So it's one thing to talk it, but it's another thing to do it.
Well, Rodney, we want to thank you for your time. Time has gone so fast. We look forward to having you again. If you'll come back, spend some time with us. All the best to your health.
Yes.
And to the restart of your business. Stay with us.
Thank you very much. It has been a blessing to be here, and I definitely appreciate both of you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Stay with us. We'll be back with more after this. Welcome back. And Dr. Moore, we've got Curtis Baker joining us.
Yeah, we got Curtis Baker.
Gentlemen, how you doing?
Well.
Good. How are you?
Great, great. You know, you had a great guest today.
Yeah.
Mr. Step.
He's
Indy's maestro, Rodney Step, Indy's maestro. Don't ever forget that.
You know, a lot of people really don't know he has a tremendous background in music. Michael Jackson, the Spinners, Babyface. I mean, you can probably name a whole lot of musicians and composers. He's had a hand in them. A lot of people don't know that. Indianapolis is full of talent.
Tremendous man, and has blessed us. And we just had him too short, and we've got about a minute left to get our sponsors out there. So, Dr. Moore, give us the rundown as quickly as you can.
Lee Cossell and Crawley, thank you for being a sponsor. Fervent Care Christian Academy, thank you. Not only that, Marion County Public Health Department, Al's Marketing Clothing and Shoes, Martin University, thank you for the work you're doing in the community. His Place Eatery, Catch the Hot Fish on Fridays, North Side Windows and Gutter Cleaning. And then we have a new sponsor, Tomeco. I want to say it, am I saying it right?
Tomeco.
I'm telling you, Tomeco and Associates Real Estate Company, happy to have you, Tomeco. Keep it going, girl. You're doing a great job on the east side, not only east side, but all over Indianapolis, Indiana. God bless you.
Can I say one thing real quick? If you ever go by His Place Eatery, and you should, he's got this new thing on the menu, a grilled cheese brisket sandwich. I know what you're thinking. How do you take a grilled cheese brisket and make it a sandwich? But it is so good.
We'll see you. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.